Hey, Michelle.
Hi, Nancy.
Hi. So today we're going to talk about Google Analytics and our August 2019 release, which enhances everything that you can see about end user access to your collection. So right now, what you're showing us the page for David Rumsey.
I am. And so this is how you would normally enter the Google Analytics site. So the first thing that you want to do is make sure that you're accessing the correct instance. In this case, it's davidrumsey.com. We're at the home section. And then next you want to drill down into the customization. So with this 743 release, our enhanced Google Analytics, they actually incorporate two dashboards that are available to you. And these dashboards present you with some usage stats that we've gathered, and then we've categorized them into two separate dashboards. The first one being the Luna search stats, which have to do with searching, and then Luna user action stats, which have to do with other sort of general usage within the Luna viewer. All of the stats that we have now are for the Luna viewer, with the exception of you can see some usage going into the Luna Versal viewer. So
Cool. All right.
if we want to take a look and at the first search stats here, which is the first dashboard, this is going to pop up a screen with a bunch of widgets. So at the very beginning, up here at the right-hand side, you can change the date. So if you click on that little down arrow, you can change your date range. So we can look at last week to see what the usage has been. So at the very beginning, we could see types of searches. So this is our first widget. This is showing you division between keyword searches, advanced searches, and also the Flickr external media searches. And then, of course, next to it, you have the count. If we scroll down, we could see what the top keyword searches are. So when a user is typing in the search box in the Luna viewer, these are the 10 most popular searches that are occurring. So you could see at the top, it's a publisher ID number. And so there are 283 times this has been searched in the Luna viewer. Then if we scroll down, we've got the top advanced searches. So this is when you're clicking open the advanced search box and doing a fielded search for some sort of advanced search. And you can see that the numbers are a little bit lower here, and that is a normal thing because users usually do the keyword searches as opposed to the advanced searches. So It all looks very normal here. And then we have facet filtering. So another type of search is when you're doing the who, what, where, when browse category searches, or if you're looking at the thumbnails and on the left-hand side, you're drilling down into the facets for who, what, where, when. This particular one is breaking it up by how many users clicked on a who facet, a what facet, a where facet, so on. So it's a percentage. Mm-hmm. And then looking down lower, you're seeing a more detailed breakdown of the who, what, where, when facet searches. So you're actually seeing the values that the users are clicking on. So you could see, for example, world. This is a facet that 3 users have clicked on under the who facet. So if you just kind of scroll down
I think
here,
I did that Rand McNally one last week. So good to see.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so this is what it looks like. Now, if we go back to the dashboard, we can see the second Luna user action stats. So these are different kind of statistics that we're gathering that we thought would be useful in a view. So the first thing we're looking at are page views. So this is the clicks and the page views that users are looking at. You could see it by date at the bottom, and then you can kind of get a count of how many page views are accessed during the week. Then you have Luniversal page views. It's the same thing, but this is capturing the page views within the Luniversal viewer. A little bit different. This is the only Luniversal viewer statistic that we have right now, but we'll be incorporating more in the future. And then we have what we call browsed collections. So right now you're only looking at a single collection here because David Rumsey only has one collection in his instance, but a lot of our clients have multiple collections. And so this would count the times that a user has clicked on browse collection or browse all to get to a particular collection within a Luna instance. Mm-hmm. And then we have total events by category. So this is representing like the top 5 events that are happening in your Luna viewer instance. And the top one seems to be clicking to the detail view. So this is clicking a thumbnail into the detail view. Then you can see the second most popular action is keyword searching. Then it's exporting. So this is actually capturing what type of media is being exported. And then you can see image export and export size. So this will vary from collection to collection because it just depends on how your users are using the system. Obviously, if you don't have export enabled, you're not going to see those. You're going to see a different grouping of events that are happening. Then we also are capturing the most popular media groups. So every time a user clicks on a particular media group, it's counting that. In David Rumsey's collection, the most popular one seems to be General John. There have been 122 clicks in the last week to view that media group. And then, of course, we have average session duration and the pages that they're looking at. So this is just sort of a graph chart here. And session duration, it looks like 4 minutes is kind of between 3 and 4 minutes is the average here. Then next we can look at the export functions or the stats that we're gathering. So we are gathering how many times images are being exported and then at what size. So you can see a breakdown in the donut chart here, percentage wise. So it's telling you exactly, what percentage what percentage of users are exporting at size 7, 6, it's actually 0 through 8. So that's what's being captured here. And then you have types of export. So here we can see that we've got image, video, miscellaneous files are like PDF. We also capture, book and audio as well. So it breaks it down. David Rumsey has mostly images, so you're going to see that the exports are mainly image exports, but it does look like he has some video and miscellaneous files. And then we have export by credentials, so you could see which credentials are actually exporting the most. For David Rumsey, it looks like he's only got 2 or 3 credentials. So you could see that represented here, percentage, and then you have the top users or top credentials that are performing the exports. So right now, it looks like the anonymous credential is doing the most exporting in David Rumsey's collection. There are 4,320 exports happening under the credential anonymous. But then you can also see usernames here. So you can actually see who's doing the most exporting. Again, this is the top 10. So that kind of is the dashboard representations that we have now, but you can also customize your dashboards if you want to gather different stats and see them.
So these are the 2 dashboards that we built that all of our clients can utilize, but they can do custom dashboards. And then in our help, you also itemized all of the tags that Luna now supports. So that's what's on this page, the Google Analytics page.
Right.
Okay, so I see the search.
So it's giving you a representation of everything that we're tracking, and this is how we are using Tag Manager. So you can base your dashboards on all of these different statistics that we're gathering, plus whatever Google Analytics is gathering on its own as well.
Right, because we really enhanced Google Analytics so we would have more usage data for our clients who are looking for the, the use stats that they need to justify, creating all the content. So that's exciting. And then this is our first pass at the tags, and you mentioned that we're receiving feedback from our clients already on this tool, and people are installing it. So that's exciting. Good.
Yeah, it's really good. And, if there are any statistics that we're missing here that you think are important, you can just let us know, and we'll try and build those in.
Great. Thanks, Michelle.